Uweze kuwa na mawasiliano na unaweza kuniona, unaweza kuona ndugu Micheka, naweza kuona ndugu Simon, ili uweze kusema ama ndugu Martin, ili tuweze kuwa na hayo mawasiliano katika njia ya pekee na tuweze kusaidiana katika hiyo idara, na hatimaye tutaweza kusema kwamba yote yamekuwa ni kumtumikia Bwana. La sivyo Mungu aweze kuwa nanyi mnapozidi kuchioji, uweze kuona ni yapi ambao utaweza kuwa unaweza kutoa huduma katika sehemu gani katika hiyo idara. Mungu awabariki.
Thank you, Elder. Thank you for that report. And thank you, members of Kisumu Central Church, for supporting the prisons ministry. Allow me in a special way to welcome my brother, Elder Jack Odundo, to talk to us also briefly about stewardship.
Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath once again. I've been requested by the stewardship department to present something, and the time is really pressing on us. So I was asked to talk about the church budget. In our church, we all know that we are having 3 kinds of giving. That is tithe, then we have the offerings, and we have the harambes. So today, as we all know, and it has been promoted here about the tithe, we all know that any time you give your tithe, however much it is, the church or the treasurer is only acting as a conveyor belt, in that he takes it from central and take it to CNC. Then if you give the combined offering, assume for example you given 100 bob, then 50 will remain here, then the other 50 will go. But sadly enough, from the reports which we are getting from the treasury, it is less than 20% of the people within the church who normally gives. And I want you to do a research today as people will be giving. You'll realize that in a bench which is carrying around 10 or 8 people, it is only either 2 people or 3 people who will be standing up to go and give. So ask yourself, where are you? And allow me to ask you today, like at a given time, we find Christ is saying that give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and you give to Christ what belongs to him. And I like one book, if you so wish, you can highlight it, the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verses 1, which is talking of what manner of love the Father has bestowed on us, that we can be called his sons. And I realize one thing, that as a son of God, then I need to behave like God. My character need to portray the character of Jesus Christ himself. And you look at God, is sacrificing all, and is sending his only begotten Son so that we can be saved. And through Christ, as at now, we can be called sons of God. But the saddest part, we realize that as sons of God, we are starving the church. And if I can ask Brother Dan, maybe you can give him a mic. If the church is having insufficient church budget, what will happen, Brother Dan, when the church is having insufficient church budget? What will happen?
Thank you. If the budget is insufficient, the church budget is insufficient, then we can't run the church. The church can't meet its obligation. Like the microphone I'm using, we will not be able to have it. We will not be able to have security. We will not be able to clean the church. In short, we may close the church.
Thank you. And I really like the sequence of things here. The prison ministries leader have just talked, and you talked of Arambe, that on 10th February, we'll be lifting offerings for the prison ministries. And why do we do so? We are doing so simply because we don't have enough church budgets. And sadly enough, if you can ask Elaben there, members are always complaining that they are fed up with their Arambes. But allow me to ask you, you as an individual, if I may ask Mama Regio, how much do you cost this church per day as an individual? Just calculate briefly, Yanni, how much do you cost the church? I don't know, may somebody give Mama Rachel a microphone? How much do you cost per head or per person per day in this church? Mama Rachel is sitting there.
Thank you, Elder. I have never quantified, but I want to say that by being here and Christ dying for me, I can never pay back enough. I can only be thankful to him. And the amount that the church spends on me, I've never quantified, but I think it is some amount because I'm sitting on a clean chair, the mic is on, everything is in order. And in order for all these things to be put in place, some money must be spent. Thank you, Elder.
Thank you. And if I may ask the final person, maybe Victor Ono, may you give him a mic as I'm concluding. Victor Ono,
Yes.
assume you are the treasurer of the church, and less than 20% of the membership is not giving their church budget, and it is only maybe 20% or 18% who are giving their budget, church budget. What kind of an environment will you have in that church?
It will be a frustrating environment because all those who need the bills to be paid are looking at you. And every person who comes to claim their payments, they will come to you, every department. So it will be a frustrating environment that I may not wish to have.
Thank you. I thank you so much for the contribution.